What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today I have a booster box review of Flesh and Blood Everfest. It's like a giant carnival. So, Flesh and Blood. What's it contain? Well, per pack we're looking at 10 cards per pack. 7 common cards, and then 1 foil card, and then 2 rares. So, but that's just, well, 2 rares in the rare spot. So the foil can be any rarity, and then the rares can be of different varieties of rares. We have regular rares, which are pretty standard. We have majestic rares, which are a little bit more rare than the regular rares. And then we have, so majestic rares are about like one in every, well, from what I'm reading, 1 in every 12 packs, but maybe more or less, we'll see. We have a legendary card, which is 1 in 96 packs. That means there's 1 legendary card in a case, because this contains 24 packs. A case of Flesh and Blood contains 4 boxes, 96 packs. And then the last card, the most rare card, is a Fabled card, which is 1 in every 960 packs, or 1 in every 40 boxes, which is 1 in 10 cases. So if we're able to pull a Fabled card, that means pulling a legendary card would be insane. Pulling a Fabled card would be even more insane. But let's get right into it and see what we get out of this Flesh and Blood box. And I thought I cut it okay, but we didn't. So I was over at my LGS local game shop and saw people opening up some Flesh and Blood, and so I figured I would go ahead and get into it. So box design is pretty cool. There's one other thing I want to talk about, which is pretty nifty for this particular set. And it has to do with the packaging. This packaging is quite slippery, so it doesn't really stack up really well. As you can probably see, it's like kind of sliding all over the place. But what we got going on here is this packaging is recyclable paper packaging, and I gotta say, like, from the get-go, it feels pretty nice. One thing I did want to check, and let me get my phone out and pull out my flashlight real quick, turn on the flashlight. I want to see, like, there's really, like, there is no seeing through this packaging either. So that's good in terms of making sure that packs aren't, like, mapped or loaded or you know, when you buy loose packs. So I did get a chance to open a little bit of this earlier, and packs open really nice. You know, take a look at that. It's pretty cool. And let's get into opening the card. So the first few packs we're going to go through, and let everyone see what the cards are like. We've got a Seismic Stir, In the Swing, Macho Grande, Twin Twisters, Copper, Rotary Ram, a Drowning Dyer. Our foil is a rare, starting off with a foil rare, a High Roller. Might as well get it on the pillar because we don't know what else we'll get. We have another rare, a Talisman of Tides, and a majestic Oath of Steel. So, pretty cool start. Getting a majestic right off the bat. And I gotta say, I really do dig these paper packs. Got a Steadfast, Ride the Tailwind, Wild Ride, Wax On, Veiled Intentions, Timekeeper's Whim, a Pry, a regular foil common, Ride the Tailwind, put that down, pick a card, any card rare, and another majestic. Wow, 2 majestics off the start. A Scour. And I will say there's 2 different kinds of foiling within Flesh and Blood too, and I will try my best to distinguish them if we get there. There is the regular foil, which is called rainbow foil, but there's also a special kind of foil called cold foil, which if we pull one, I will do a comparison of the two kinds of foils and we'll show you what they look like. We got a foil common, Pyroglyphic Protection. We have a rare Talisman of Balance and a T-Bone rare. So as we see the commons, we'll begin to shift into a little bit of a faster mode where I will probably just go straight to the back 3 cards, but you know, it is release day. I know there's probably a bunch of videos out on this already, but you know, getting everyone a chance to take a look. We got a foil Veiled Intentions, which is a common, a High Striker rare, and a High Roller rare. Getting high. We're getting high on the rares. I was watching a bunch of people open up these packs today. I was like, let me get in on the fun a little bit. So I said, join in, see what all the hubbub is about, maybe try and snipe a fabled, highly unlikely, but we have a common Pry, a Smashing Good Time rare, and a Thunderquick rare. In terms of the way the game looks, I would say that I've seen Flesh and Blood already. I'm sure some of you have seen what Flesh and Blood looks like. I think it's a pretty clean looking game in terms of like aesthetics and what we can call the UI of the card. Very basic. The symbols are really easily seen. There's not a whole lot like going on the card that would distract you from seeing the mechanics. So we got a foil Timidity Point, a Healing Potion, and 100 Winds. So it's definitely a cool looking set. If we pull anything like insane, we'll discuss that. In terms of the foiling's really subtle, as you're probably seeing in the video. It's not like in your face like something like Dragon Ball or Digimon. Pretty subtle foiling. It's really like a real classic card game. Alright, so we got a Majestic foil, Blood on Her Hands. So let me get a stand for that. We have a rare Amulet of Assertiveness, and another High Roller. And you may notice at times, like, we have a High Roller that's... We might have pulled a couple of High Rollers, right? We have 2 different High Rollers. But if you look at the top right here, see one's blue, one's yellow. That is significant within the card game. I'm not well versed in Flesh and Blood in terms of playing it, but different colors may have different power levels. You may need both of them for different reasons, but there is that distinction. So you may see a couple of cards that look the same and thinking, man, this guy's pulling a lot of duplicates. That could be the case, but also at the same time, there is a reason for that, because that's just the way the game mechanics work. All right, we have a foil even bigger than that. And that is a regular rainbow foil, rare. We have a Majestic, this round's on me, and a Majestic ready to roll. 2 Majestics in a pack. And I want to look back at this card real quick. I just want to make sure. So this Blood on Her Hands is a regular rainbow foil. The other foil I'm talking about, if we pull what's called a cold foil, it has a slightly different look. Once again, if we pull one, from what I understand, cold foils could be 1 in a box, sometimes 2 in a box, sometimes none in a box. If we get 0 in this box, we did not get a very good box, but we'll see what is dealt to us. We have a Seismic Stir. It's a nice looking foil, very subtle. I like how the fire is on fire. The fire shines. Cool looking foil. We have a Potion of Deja Vu, and it's a rare. I think this is our cold foil. Our other card's Haze Bending, so let's take a look at this real quick. So in the cold foils, it's gonna be hard to see. Like the borders of the card have more foiling to them than the so you see this card, the foiling is really just in the art, where in the cold foil the foiling is in the border as well. It is really subtle, hard to see. I'm trying to get the best angle possible, but I think you're gonna have to take my word for it. I don't think this is a particularly exciting cold foil, maybe a few bucks, but nonetheless, we will put it up on the pillar. Alright, moving on. Go through the commons, maybe for a couple more packs, and then we'll do the old skip. We have a Timidity Point, second one of those, a Amulet of Echoes rare, and a Runeblood Incantation rare. I gotta say, like, I really dig opening up these paper packs. They work out pretty well. So we have a common foil, Bare Fangs, even bigger than that, and a Emeritus Scolding. We're going to kind of speed through this as they talk a little bit more. Card quality feels good. Card feels good in your hand. Feels nice and solid. We got Potion of Luck and Release the Tension. I was helping my friend open up a couple of packs and I was notorious for releasing the tension. Alright, we got T-Bone. It's a rare foil. Nice. We'll put that down right here for the time being. Talisman of Featherfoot. Rare. And a Slice and Dice rare. As you can see, it's like really easy to open. They open up really clean. The cards seem to be fairly well protected within the pack. Got a Timekeeper's Whim, Smashing Good Time, and a Crown of Reflection, Majestic. Really, the value of Flesh and Blood is in the top end cards. The legendaries and the fables. I think there's also like some unique cold foil printings that are somewhat valuable too. We got Clarity Potion and a 100 Winds. I think there's also like a full art variant in here as well. And one thing I was reading about is that there's a slot they call the Carnival slot, but I'm not really sure what that means because this pack format, as far as I can tell, follows the other pack formats from Flesh and Blood, where you got 7 commons, a foil slot, and the 2 rare slots. So interesting. We got a skull, a shill of skull form, an arcane lantern, and a passing mirage. I'm going to put T-Bone up on the pillar. T-Bone is a rare foil. Pillar positions are not permanent. If something outshines it, then we'll definitely make adjustments. We've got Potions of Deja Vu, just the regular rare, and a Microprocessor Majestic. So, as I was reading, 1 in every 12 packs are Majestic. That might have been from an older set because that's definitely not the case. we'll do a count of our Majestics at the end and see what we actually got. Alright, we got a Majestic Imposing Visage. That is a Majestic rare, so that will definitely be taking the spot of one of the rares that we have there. We got a Potion of Seeing and a Runeblood Incantation. So we will pull off T-Bone. Sorry, T-Bone. It was short-lived. We'll put our Imposing Visage. Put this right here for the time being. High Roller may come off next, just depending on what we got. I did see one interesting card, like really interesting card pull. I don't think we're gonna pull one because it seemed like a really rare hit. So we got a foil rare Smashing Good Time, a Amulet of Invention, and another High Roller. It was like a cold foil of, I guess, a legend, which is a character within the game, and it had like a unique back to the card, and it was definitely one of the glitzier cards I have seen. We have a Payload, an Arcane Lantern, and I believe this is also cold foil, maybe? Yeah, I think this is cold foil, because you can see it in the borders. See the foiling in the borders. Once again, it's like kind of hard to distinguish. We got a Slice and Dice that we put here. So I believe this is cold foil. It's an equipment. I think equipments are always cold foil as well, so that helps with the process. But cool. So we pull 2 cold foils out of one box. I think someone's gonna watch this video and be like, "This guy does not know what he's talking about. He pulled 0 cold foils." And maybe I did. And if I did, I'm sorry for spreading misinformation, fake news. It is what it is, though. We got Into Swing. I'm just really trying to show you all what's in the sets. A Smashing Good Time and a Majestic Runic Reclamation. And we have a Drowning Dire. That's what that is. Oops. Put that in the right. We got an Amulet of Ignition and a Thunderquake. We are on our penultimate pack. It's been interesting opening so far. Definitely, these packs don't have the same kind of crinkle sound that a plastic pack would have, but okay giving that up for paper packs. Runeblood Incantation, especially if they're made like this. This is really good execution. Life of the Party, and another T-Bone. And our last pack, last chance for glory. Did we hit it big? Just gonna go straight. We have a common foil Outland Skirmish, a rare Amulet of Haven Call, and a rare Pierce Reality. So nothing super exciting on this part, but that's to be expected. Like, the biggest hit is 1 out of every 10 cases. Yeah, 1 out of every 10 cases, 1 out of every 40 boxes. So pretty insane odds. So if I would have pulled a Fable, I'd just be like, whoa. And even legendary cards are case hits, so didn't pull any one of those, but still decent openings, fun to watch. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, toss a subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But until next time, I hope you all take care of yourself and stay safe out there, and don't forget to keep on collecting. So long.